Okay guys, we are going to have this week's spelling list, and we're going to do a new strategy of how to copy spelling words. A lot of times we will write the word 10 times each and then hope for the best on Fridays. This one has been studied to actually help with memory recall a lot better. So it's called the 5-word study strategy, and what we do is we look at the word, we say the word, we then cover the word, copy it 3 times, and then we check the word. So if it's correct, then we move on to the next word. If we don't, we actually go back to that same word, okay? So we're going to actually take this week's list that we have right here, and I'll do 2 words, and then we'll do 2 words together, and then we'll take a few minutes just to work on our own, okay? So again with the steps, it's looking at the word, saying the word, covering the word, copy, and we copy it only 3 times, and then we check it, okay? Alright. So we're going to put the word as analyze. Okay, so I'm looking at the word, I say the word, analyze, and then I'm going to cover the word. Analyze, analyze, analyze. Looks the same, I can move to the next word. So the next word is assess. So I look at the word, I say the word assess. And by the way, when we do the words, I will have you guys say it out loud. Everybody's going to be saying it, okay? So assess, now I'm going to cover it. Okay, it's A-S-C. Now we're going to check. Well, it doesn't look the same, it's almost the same, but I forgot an S, so now I have to do it again. So I look at the word, I say the word, assess, and then we're going to do it again. Okay, well actually, assess. Okay, assess, cover it. Now is it correct? Yes, so I can move to the next word, okay? All right. So the next word is concept. So what's our first step?
Look.
We look at the word. What's the second step?
Say.
So what's the word?
Concept.
Concept. Third step.
Cover.
Okay, so I'm going to cover it. You're going to spell it and I'm going to spell it. Okay? And then we'll see if who's right, okay? And give me a thumbs up when you're done. Alright, so how did you spell yours?
C-O-N-C-E-P-T.
Okay, that's what I got. Alright, so we can move on to the next word. Okay, the next word is constitute. Okay, first step is
Look.
look. Second step,
Say.
say the word. So
Constitute.
constitute, nice. Third step,
Cover.
Cover. Let's see if this book will cover it. Not really. All right, now we're going to spell it, okay? Are you done? All right, thumbs up. How did you spell it?
Constitute.
All right. Right, now I made a mistake. I used double O for the oo sound instead of the long U sound. So what do I have to do?
Respell it.
I have to respell it. So I have to go, okay, I'm looking at it, constitute. And then instead of that, then I try it again. All right, so here are your spelling words, and I'm going to give you a stop clock, and we're going to go for 5 minutes and number each pathway, each set of practices you have. And go ahead and number them, because we're going to see how many practices you have, and the hope is that you can grow in that number, okay? So remember the steps. Let's go over them again. Number 1,
Look.
look. Number 2,
Say.
number 3,
Cover.
number 4,
Copy 3 times.
number 5.
Check.
Yes. And if you want to start at the very beginning of the list, you can, or if you want to start at 5 because we had already done the first 4, you can, but you're going to have to go through the whole list for 5 minutes. So let's stopwatch. There we go. All right, go ahead for 5 minutes. And remember to use all the phrases, including saying. So we want to hear that verbal too, okay? And then keep going. We still have 2 minutes, so keep going through the whole list until that 2 minutes is up. So we still have about 1 more minute. Keep going through those lists. So you want to keep practicing every single word all the time through until those 5 minutes up. It's not about finishing the 5 words, but about how many times you can practice all together. So go ahead and look at the word, say the word, cover it, copy it 3 times, and check it. And if you didn't spell it correctly, then you redo that same word. All right, time. All right, so what we're going to do now is we've been working on these spelling words, and now we're going to actually check to see how many practices we got through. Now here's a chart that I have, and the goal is, if we can see through this, is that we have even up to 130 practices, which that means if we have 8 words, so almost 20 times each in one day. So the goal is this, actually about, yeah. So here's the thing, is that the goal isn't just to practice it one time. Maybe I didn't make that clear. Is you're not just practicing each word once or how many times you get it until you get it right. You practice all of them multiple times until Friday's test, okay? So Jonah, how many times did you get your, how many practice sets did you have?
I had 8.
8. Okay, so today you would mark, we'll make you go up to that 10 line, okay? And that's a start. Tomorrow maybe we can go for 20, okay? So what we want to do, we want to have a practice goal, and then we also want a test goal. So if you have been struggling with spelling and it's about a 60%, let's go for 75% accuracy on Friday. And if it's higher, then it's higher. Last test you got about a 60%, 70%. So you got 74%. Okay. So how about we go for 90% accuracy on Friday? Now for practicing, you had about 8 today, so we put it at the 10. Tomorrow, let's try to go for 20, and then gradually even get up to maybe 40 and then even 80, okay? Again, class, this isn't about just practicing once and then we're done. We want to practice multiple times until the time clock actually says it's done, okay? All right, thanks.